Glazers said no to the final proposal of Shakey. That was a proposal restructured by Shakey and his team in the recent days. Hey guys, Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. But today, guys, we focus on Manchester United takeover. What's next? What's going on? What really happened with the exclusive story of Shakey? Was the truth there? And the truth with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is the man who is ready to buy a minority stake into Man United, but the future could be different. Let's jump into it with all the details together. And so guys, I'm here again to touch on Manchester United takeover, a really important story for Manchester United fans, a really important story for the club, because also people into the club are waiting to understand what's going to happen in the next days and weeks. But first of all, let me confirm once again the exclusive, important breaking story shared here with you on Saturday. Sheikh Yassim left the conversations, left the negotiations and the process to buy Manchester United. Sheikh Yassim was the only one who made an official, formal proposal to buy 100% of the stakes of Manchester United. So with the Glazers out of the club and Sheikh Yassim entering into the club with his own ideas and project. The Glazers said no to the final proposal of Sheikh Yassim. That was a proposal restructured by Sheikh Yassim and his team in the recent days. A new structure of proposal with a very clear intention to offer more than $6 billion for Manchester United. So it was something around $6.5 billion for Manchester United from the Qatari family, the family of Sheikh Yassim, and also $1.5 billion to be invested immediately. So 6.5 to the Glazers, 1.5 to the club. It means into structures, into training facilities, into the stadium, into new signings also. So something to invest almost immediately to help Manchester United and to restart the process with a new owner. So that was the idea of Sheikh Yassim. Why Sheikh Yassim, after this restructured proposal, decided to leave the conversations? Because after spending almost 7-8 months in negotiations with the Glazers family, the feeling of Sheikh Yassim and those close to him was that there was nothing to do. He was not prepared, the Glazers family were not prepared to sell Manchester United at their conditions. And they believe it's incredible because Sheikh Yassim was convinced that he was the dream owner. He was going to clear all the debts at Manchester United, to make a very important proposal to the owners, to make a very important proposal for the club, for the city, for the community, for the stadium, for many things around Manchester United. So, and help to Manchester United to be back to the glory days as soon as possible. But then the Glazers family decided to say no. And that's why Sheikh Yassim on Saturday, as we shared with an exclusive news, he decided to leave the conversations with Manchester United. So a really surprising story because the investment was huge also into the club. But what's next now, guys? So Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos group are prepared to advance in the next days to complete the formal steps to buy 25% minority stake into Manchester United. What does it mean, guys? The idea of Sir Jim Ratcliffe is to buy 25% of the club now, but to have the guarantee, to have the possibility and option in the future to complete a full takeover. It's like kind of step-by-step process in the future with the Glazers family. That's the idea. 25% today, future full takeover. That's the idea of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The conversation is very advanced. We know that he's just waiting for Manchester United final vote to approve this 25% minority stake to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, but with an important, really important detail for the present and the future of the club. Once it will be completed, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, as part of this 25% minority stake, will have the control of the sporting operations, the footballing operations. What does it mean? When you have control of the sporting side of the club, it's about the board, the director of football, who is deciding on the signings, but also the manager. He can decide on the manager. So he can bring new people into the club to make different kind of project, different kind of strategy around Manchester United. And that's really important because Sir Jim Ratcliffe really strongly wanted this as part of the negotiation with the Glazers, to have control into Manchester United, not just a stake, but also the technical control of a part of the club, an important part of the club, like the sporting side of Manchester United. So we already have many names of candidates at Manchester United to become the new director. At the moment, nothing is decided. There's still people trying to offer their name to Manchester United, but still nothing guaranteed at all. That's why it will take some time before we know who's going to be the new face of Manchester United in terms of board, in terms of director. The feeling is very clear that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to make an impact and show people how serious is his project. Despite paying just an initial 25%, Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to show that his project is concrete and new people is going to enter into the club to make an impact as soon as possible. So let's follow that part of the story, but for sure there is optimism around Sir Jim Ratcliffe Group and Ineos Group to get it done as soon as possible. Also, Sir Jim Ratcliffe also wants to invest on different things into the club. One of these is the stadium. Sir Jim Ratcliffe believes that they need to change something at Old Trafford. So part of the investment could be made also on Old Trafford in the next months and years to help Manchester United to remodernize their stadium. Training facilities are also going to be a crucial point to be discussed under the new co-owner of Manchester United. And then obviously signings for Manchester United is crucial to keep going with that kind of important investments on the market as they did recently, and so Sir Jim Ratcliffe will have an impact also there. So the idea is very clear, but what's crucial is about the sporting control, because he will be able to control who's going to be the director and who's going to make an impact on signings, sales and decisions at Manchester United. Manager, at the moment, those close to Erik ten Hag remain very calm and very confident because they know how important is Erik ten Hag for Man United, but we will touch on that with more details in the next days once the situation will be more clear. And also, for Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the vision is to have a full takeover in the future. So that's the idea and that's the mission of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Let's see what's going to happen in terms of formal steps in the next days and weeks, because now we enter into crucial stages. But with Shakey is over after a very important proposal to buy 100% of Manchester United, and with Sir Jim Ratcliffe the deal is advancing and moving to the final crucial stages. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all this story, touching on Shakey, leaving the conversations, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos Group working to get it done as soon as possible. How do you see these two different visions and projects? I wait for you here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao!